Hey, I'm Jim Berry. Welcome once again to Miami Life, the show that takes an up-close look at the hot topics in South Florida and also the people who make things happen in our community. Today, we lead off with the battle over rainbow crosswalks in South Florida. They've been painted to show support for the LGBTQ community. In some cases, they've been in place for years. But now the state of Florida is telling cities, remove them or else. Miami Beach has been told to get rid of the rainbow pavers that make up the crosswalk on Ocean Drive and 12th Street by September 4th. Meantime, Delray Beach and Key West have gotten the same ultimatum. And if they don't, Florida's Department of Transportation will paint them over and send them the bill. There is also the threat of withholding millions in state funds if they do not comply. Now, the state did paint over a rainbow crosswalk in Orlando. It was done to honor the 49 people killed in the Pulse nightclub shootings 9 years ago. So now we're going to take a deeper dive into this issue with Miami Beach City Commissioner Alex Fernandez, who says that the city's rainbow intersection should stay in place. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
And I want to start by reading part of a memo, Commissioner, sent out by the State Department of Transportation. It says that the 2025 FDOT manual explicitly prohibits the application of pavement or surface art on travel lanes, paved shoulders, intersections, crosswalks, or sidewalks. So my question to you is, isn't what we have at 12th and Ocean, doesn't it clearly violate this?
Well, actually, it followed all the regulatory approvals that were needed back in the years when it was installed. Not only did it follow county regulations, it followed the national guidelines set in place by the federal government for these traffic control devices. And so I'm of the belief that we actually do comply with the federal laws and with all the proper regulations. We sought out all the right approvals when Miami Beach went in and installed this rainbow crosswalk. And for now to come in and say we have to remove it, it really is just using safety in the name of intolerance and censorship.
So you don't buy this argument that it's being done because all those colors are distracting and could be distracting to drivers?
Well, I mean, the reality is when you look at the safety data from our police department, this intersection is in fact one of the safest intersections that we have on Ocean Drive. And so it's ironic that they're mentioning safety when in fact the data tells you we have less accidents with cars, we have less accidents with pedestrians at this specific intersection where we have the rainbow crosswalk. And so we just have to be very, very careful when safety is used as a cover for something else, and that's what I feel we're facing here.
You think this is clearly an attack on the LGBTQ community, plain and simple?
Well, I feel it is an attack on our visibility, and I think it's an attack on our messages of inclusion. At the end of the day, when the gay community is safe, it's a message of safety for women, for the Black community, for the Jewish community, Hispanic and immigrants. It's an inclusive symbol, it's a safety symbol, and it's yet another attack on the LGBTQ community on a crosswalk that really doesn't affect anyone. It's good for tourism. People come from around the world to take pictures here. It's all over Instagram and social media, and it helps our local businesses. You have gay tourists that come to the gay businesses in that area, and it supports our economy at a time when, listen, businesses are struggling in the summer months, especially now in South Florida. Why go after something that's not creating a problem for anyone?
Federal government, so that says that intersections should not be painted for political or ideological purposes. Why, in your judgment, is that stance wrong?
Well, when you look at this crosswalk, it in fact followed the safety manuals of the federal government back when it was installed in 2018. And so I don't see a political message in this crosswalk. I see a message of safety and inclusivity in this crosswalk. This crosswalk is not red, it's not blue, it's not left, it's not right. It is a message of inclusivity, that we are a safe, welcoming city for all people. It's not an exclusive symbol. It is a symbol that tells the world, hey, listen, we're Miami Beach. We will always be a welcoming, inclusive community, a safe community, whether you're gay, Hispanic, straight, whether you're Jewish or Christian. We are a community for all people, and that's the message we're sending here. It's not a political message. This is a message of our values, that we are a safe, a welcoming, an inclusive community for all people that come to Miami Beach.
Miami Beach is not the only municipality faced with this threat by the state of remove this or else. And it says that your municipality could lose millions of dollars in state funding. And some might wonder, gee, is this really a battle worth fighting? Why do you think it is?
Well, I think it's an important battle to appeal, because today it's an attack on this crosswalk. Will they tell us in the future that we need to remove statues like Simón Bolívar and José Martí from Collins Park because they're not American figures? Or will they tell us one day that we cannot have a Holocaust memorial on public lands because it's tied to a religious group? Or like what they're doing now, saying that we can't have a rainbow crosswalk on public lands. That is the slippery slope that we're heading into. We are a government that should be run by home rule. We are an autonomous government in Miami Beach, just like all other communities are, and we should be able to display our culture and our values of inclusion, whether it be for the Hispanic community, or a Holocaust memorial for the Jewish community, or the sign for honoring Muhammad Ali, or the Veterans Memorial that we're building in Canopy Park. We should be able to display our culture and our values without having a government come in saying, you either remove it or else we'll strip you of the fundings that help your government run more efficiently.
They also say they'll come in and paint over it, as they've done in Orlando. How do you stop the state from Bigfooting you on this issue?
Well, we need to appeal. We need to follow the due process, and we need to appeal with the facts. The facts are, first and foremost, this is safe. One of the safest crosswalks on Ocean Drive. And number two, it followed all the proper processes. We went to the county government and we went to all the regulatory agencies when it was installed, and we got all the right approvals to get this installed. And number three, the facts are that it conforms with the manuals that they're saying that we have to conform this with. They're saying this is about non-conforming traffic devices. Well, guess what? It does conform with the national standards, because that is what we guided ourselves by back in 2018 when it was installed.
And I was going to ask you about that. It's been there for 7 years. So why now do you think the state suddenly cares?
Well, I think we're dealing in a very sensitive moment in society. I think this is a war in part against the LGBTQ community, and again, I think safety is being used in this attack. But today, this is manifesting itself against the LGBTQ community. Will we see a day when they tell us, "Hey, no more José Martí or Simón Bolívar in our parks because those are not American symbols," or "Hey, no more Holocaust memorial at a public land because that's a symbol of the Jewish community"? That is the threat.
So it's the precedent that you're concerned about.
I'm very concerned about the precedent of silencing our communities and stripping our communities of their visibility and their culture. This is something that is so unique to our community, and we must fight for our individuality, to be able to display the symbols that represent Miami Beach, not only its people, but its values. And that is what we're displaying, whether it be the Holocaust Memorial for Jewish people, or Simón Bolívar and José Martí for the Hispanic community, or Rainbow Crosswalk for all communities, including the LGBTQ community.
I guess some people also might ask, why not just paint over the crosswalk and come up with another way to show community pride?
And I'm sure if we have to, we will find other ways. Listen, they can paint over crosswalks, but they can't strip the community and its people of its pride. You know, paint is just something superficial, but our values run in its people, and we will forever be a proud community. And so, whether it's a crosswalk or a lifeguard stand painted in rainbow colors as we have, or whether it's displaying the flag throughout our city, or having businesses display the flag in their businesses, the state can't go into private business and tell private businesses, "Hey, you can't display the rainbow flag." And that's what's going to happen. If they come in and they pave over our rainbow crosswalk, they won't strip our community of our pride, and we'll just manifest it in other beautiful ways.
Well, we'll certainly keep an eye on this issue and see where it develops. And we thank you for coming in to express your opinion about it.
I appreciate it.
Commissioner Alex Fernandez from the City of Miami Beach.